जो सब
If you don't have money to join something so cheap as $600 course, a skill that's going to teach you to make money, you probably don't have money to trade. to the board here. Let's see. So, but yeah, I'm just waiting for the 30-minute candle to close realistically because there's nothing really happening at this point. How to manage risk? Just close the trade. I have a set number in my mind. If I would have gone in a $4,000 drawdown, I would have closed the trade because I wanted to lose less than 1%. You know, because you got to look at it this way. Look, 1% is $5,000. How much did I make? I made 0.74%. I make 0.74%. 1% is $5,000. So I was willing to lose 4,000, which is less than 5,000. Yeah. All right, we got the press conference over here. Start in about 10 minutes. Look at that. 13,626 people watching. Comments are turned off. Pussies. Yeah. Is it same way as normal account registration? Yes. So it's basically a standard account. You open a standard account. Up or down, what you say, I don't know. Just waiting for 9 minutes to end. And then we'll see where price is going to go. I'm guessing we, like, you know, if we do close bearish, you know, but we have to close pretty bearish to go up. We have to go pretty bearish to go up. That's correct. That's correct. I closed my trades early in profit even though I know it's going more profit. Awesome. Please tell me gold up or down. No idea. No idea. Gold up or down. Yet. So we have to wait and see. I signed up for the Cape Town boot camp, was really looking forward to it. When will the refunds be processed? Wadood, Mr. Wadood, you'd be surprised to know the refunds were processed maybe 3 days ago, probably 4 days ago. Before it was 0.35. Yes, just create a new account and it should be back to normal. There was a glitch. We did some updates, so there's been a glitch like that. How many years you trade? 7 years. I'm sure your next move will be huge. I don't know. I was looking at a conversation I had with a buddy of mine when I was working in the oil rigs, and I told him, bro, listen, like one day I'm gonna be a billionaire. That's what I told him. I told him one day I'm gonna be a billionaire, you know, and I shot for the stars, you know, but now instead of a billionaire, I'm a multimillionaire. So I landed on the moon. Moon is the multi-millions. Getting out of Earth into space is millions. Getting to the moon is a multi-million. You know, and then from the moon you get to stars. That's when you get to the beast status. Between the stars and the moon is like multi-millions. The meeting was pretty good with Omar. Can you tell us more about your next venture? Very interested. I don't know. My next venture is that we're starting a job board for forex jobs. We're starting a job board, so we're teaming up with big names in the industry. We're teaming up with a lot of big companies, and like, you know, if you've been ever looking at or trying to get a job in trading, that's probably your next step. That's going to be your next bet if you've ever been looking at something like that. So let's see over here. Why you hate Lisnoman? I don't know who that is. I'm just a thousandaire. I will come up to you soon. Amazing. Yeah, thank you for the €2, buddy. How do you control your emotions when avoiding trading? I just don't trade, man. This is what I do. Look, this is what I'm doing. I have my hands like this, and I'm just answering questions. That's all what I do. My trade here, which made me $3,720, was 19 seconds. It was a 19-second trade. And if you look at all the previous trades I've taken, all my previous trades have been less than 20-second trades. And they've been done live. They were all news trades. Look, this already, 15,000, 3 minus 5, 2-second trade. Made $15,600 in 2 seconds. And then again, after 8 days, 4 minus 20, 16. I made 14,550 in 16 seconds after 8 days. And then again, well, this was a bit wrong. And then again, in 19 seconds, made 3,860. Look at the lot sizes over here, 50 lot. Look at this one here, 100 lot. And this was all done live in front of you guys. So in front of you guys, I've made like $36,000, 36,000 in 1 month. This one, 36,000 in 1 month. And I used to think, man, making 31,000 a year would be amazing. Actually, my whole thing was that if I could get a job as a computer guy, making like 65,000 a year, I'm gonna be pretty happy. I'm perfect, 65,000 a year. But yeah, alhamdulillah, we can sometimes make that in a week now. It's possible to purchase SRC from Sri Lanka. Yes. Shorts will be possible to get SRC through commission incentives. Yes, only through commissions. You're only going to be able to enroll back into the database, the smart project concept through commissions on Dominion markets. Through commissions. And what I mean by that is that if you trade on Dominion markets, you pay commission to trade, right? For example, I've paid, $1,788 in commission. Some people who don't know much, they might think, oh, it's a lot of commission, but it's 100 lot, man. It's 100 lot, it's a 10 lot, 50 lot, 50 lot. So these numbers add up. So anyway, basically, I can use 500 of this to enroll in, let's go to read more, enroll in market fluidity. $500 in total commissions, then I can get enrolled into market fluidity. And this is what market fluidity is. Let me show you. Let me show you right here. This is going to load, and this is what market fluidity is, all this through incentives in Dominion markets. This is, you won't be able to get this again after 15th May, or the other way to get it is if you trade on Dominion markets and through commissions, you can get this, because Dominion markets here, we really want you to be a profitable trader. Profitable traders are our best customers, because they trade a lot, they trade big, they make commissions. So yeah. Is there any sessions with Mr. Raja? Probably like, bi-weekly sessions, simulation sessions. If you could go back to redo your Forex journey, what would you do to make it better? Actually, I wouldn't do a thing, because everything I know now, the reason where I am now is due to the mistakes I made back then. All the mistakes I made back then. Yes, there's going to be a signal service starting at Dominion Markets. We're going to be starting a signal service for the clients at Dominion Markets. Can you start doing recap simulations with GJ for market fluidity? Sure. Maybe this week. Yeah, this week. What's the reason you make your account balance less than 1 million? Having a small account helps you mentally, makes you... No, sir. My account balance has been... Maximum it has gone to like 3 million, I think. When signal service starts, no idea. Earlier, we were able to purchase on-screen magic keys through commission, but now it's not available, brother. On-screen magic key? No, you were never able to purchase on-screen magic key with commissions. Never. It's $30. Just buy it. It's $30, Like, everyone wants to be the successful multi-million-dollar trader. Multi-million-dollar trader. Come on, man. At least spend some money. Like $30. I got $30 right here. Look. Actually, no, that's 50 dirhams. All this money right here, it probably comes up to $30. Like all this I have right here. This, all this. I got $30 right here. Without your mentorship, can we be a profitable trader? Absolutely. On-scene Magic it supports Mac? Yes. Will you launch a prop firm? No. Should I consider taking 5 to 6 trades? No. There is someone texting you from your account asking me to invest with him. That's not me. Look at the followers. Guys, listen, like, what kind of a trader are you if someone texts you and you can't even, you can't even judge whether that's me or not? Like, come on. Come on, man. Okay, so we got the press conference right here. Let's take a look at this here. So we were at, there you go. Powell's going to come up soon. All right. Ah, there he is. Right on time. Let's all listen to this now, right? Perfect. Let's all listen to this.
Good afternoon.
All right.
Before discussing today's meeting, let me comment briefly on recent developments in the banking sector.
Oh, interesting.
Conditions in that sector have broadly improved since early March, and the U.S. banking system is sound and resilient.
Oh.
We will continue to monitor conditions in the sector. We're committed to learning the right lessons from this episode, and will work to prevent events like these from happening again. As a first step in that process, last week we released Vice Chair for Supervision Barr's review of the Federal Reserve's supervision and regulation of Silicon Valley Bank. The review's findings underscore the need to address our rules and supervisory practices to make for a stronger and more resilient banking system, and I'm confident that we will do so. From the perspective of monetary policy,
they're all taking notes over here.
Squarely on our dual mandate to promote maximum employment and stable prices for the American people. My colleagues and I understand the hardship that high inflation is causing, and we remain strongly committed to bringing inflation back down to our 2% goal.
Oh, but
price stability is the responsibility of the Federal Reserve. Without price stability, the economy does not work for anyone. In particular, without price stability, we will not achieve a sustained period of strong labor market conditions that benefit all. Today, the FOMC raised its policy interest rate by 1/4 percentage point. Since early last year, we've raised interest rates by a total of 5 percentage points in order to attain a stance of monetary policy that is sufficiently restrictive to return inflation to 2%
talk about inflation and all that stuff.
We are also continuing to reduce our securities holdings. Looking ahead, we'll take a data-dependent approach in determining the extent to which additional policy firming may be appropriate. I will have more to say about today's monetary policy actions after briefly reviewing economic developments. The U.S. economy slowed significantly last year, with real GDP rising at a below-trend pace of 0.9%. The pace of economic growth in the first quarter of this year continued to be modest at 1.1%, despite a pickup in consumer spending. Activity in the housing sector remains weak, largely reflecting higher mortgage rates.
Yeah, no shit.
Higher interest rates and slower output growth also appear to be weighing on business fixed investment.
Yeah, things are getting tough.
The labor market remains very tight. Over the first 3 months of the year, job gains averaged 345,000 jobs per month. The unemployment rate remained very low in March at 3.5%.
That's good for the dollar?
Even so, there are some signs that supply and demand in the labor market are coming back into better balance.
That's good for the dollar, bad
the
for
labor
gold.
force participation rate has moved up in recent months, particularly for individuals aged 25 to 54 years. Nominal wage growth has shown some signs of easing, and job vacancies have declined.
Someone is saying, I don't understand a single word of it.
So far this year.
What?
But overall, labor demand still substantially exceeds the supply of available workers.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
Inflation remains well above our longer run goal of 2%.
Inflation
Over the 12 months ending in March, total PCE prices rose 4.2%.
Inflation is high.
Excluding the volatile food and energy categories, core PCE prices rose 4.6%.
The prices of everything went up.
Inflation has moderated somewhat since the middle of last year.
Inflation has come to
inflation pressures continue to run high. And the process of getting inflation back down to 2% has a long way to go.
Oh, yeah, see?
Despite elevated inflation,
he's saying that
long-term inflation expectations appear to
getting the
remain
inflation back
well
under
anchored,
2%,
as reflected.
It's still going to be very, very tough. It's still going to be very, very, very tough. So I think maybe this is just a liquidity grab to continue pushing up.
In a broad range of surveys of households, businesses, and forecasters,
move up now.
as well as measures from financial markets.
You just got to wait, You have to wait.
The Fed's...
Look at this Einstein over here. Imagine what he's thinking, or even this guy. Right? Let's take a look at these. Oh, wow, we got a police officer. He's not typing anything. He's like, nah, I know how the story goes. Inflation high.
Monetary policy actions are guided by our mandate to promote maximum employment and stable prices for the American people. My colleagues and I are acutely aware that high inflation imposes significant hardship as it erodes purchasing power.
See, high inflation poses hardships to people because it decreases purchasing power.
Especially for those least able to meet the higher costs of essentials like food, housing, and transportation.
Especially those people who can't afford housing, food, clothing. Yeah.
We are highly attentive to the risks that high inflation poses to both sides of our mandate.
Yep. Someone said buy stops on the flip. I agree with that. Once this candle breaks its own high, we're going back to the moon.
And we are strongly committed to returning inflation to our 2% objective. At today's meeting, the committee raised the target range for the federal funds rate by a 0.25 percentage point, bringing the target range to 5 to 5.25%. And we're continuing the process of significantly reducing our securities holdings. Over the past year or so, in response to our policy actions and a softer economic outlook. But the strains that emerged in the banking sector in early March appear to be resulting in even tighter credit conditions for households and businesses.
Oh, wow. Things are getting tough.
These tighter credit conditions are likely to weigh on economic activity, hiring, and inflation. The extent of these effects remains uncertain.
Uh-oh.
In light of these uncertain headwinds, along with monetary policy restraint we've put in place, our future policy actions will depend on how events unfold. In determining the extent to which additional policy firming may be appropriate to return inflation to 2% over time,
we go.
The committee will take into account the cumulative tightening of monetary policy, the lags with which monetary policy affects economic activity.
Where can I learn what they're saying? It's English, bro.
And financial developments.
Where can I learn what they're saying and understand? It's English.
Based on the totality of incoming data and their implications for the outlook for economic activity and inflation.
Just listen.
And we are prepared to do more if greater monetary policy restraint is warranted. We remain committed to bringing inflation back down to our 2% goal and to keep our longer-term inflation expectations well anchored.
See? They want to bring inflation down to 2%.
Reducing inflation is likely to require a period of below-trend growth and some softening of labor market conditions.
So to lower inflation, they need slow growth. There's going to be growth.
Price stability is essential to set the stage for achieving maximum employment and stable prices over the longer run. To conclude, we understand that our actions affect communities, families, and businesses across the country.
They understand that their actions of increasing rates affects everybody.
Everything we do is in service to our public mission.
But everything we're doing is for the best of the public. Right? Did you hear that? We understand that our actions are affecting the regular people, folks like you with jobs or with regular incomes. It's affecting you guys, but it's for the betterment of the public. That's exactly what he said. And this is all written by somebody.
We at the Fed will do everything we can to achieve our maximum employment and price stability goals.
Yeah, so we will do whatever we can to reach our goals, whatever our goals are.
Thank you. I look forward to your questions.
Our goals. Thank you. You may ask your questions now.
Thanks, Gina.
You know what he just did? You know what they do? You know what all these people, they act and then they look for a reaction. You know, most times people think about how someone's going to react if they take an action. But no, what alphas, this guy's an alpha male right here. He basically said what we're doing now is going to affect all you motherfuckers and there's nothing you can do about it. And we're not going to stop until we reach our goals. That's what he said. That's alpha right there. That's alpha shit right there. Right? And then he said, now I'm going to take your questions. You know, he acted first and now he's going to wait for a reaction. That's how you become an alpha.
Hi, Gina Smilik, New York Times. Thanks for taking our question.
Gina from New York Times.
I wonder if you could tell us whether we should read the statement today as a suggestion that the committee is prepared to pause interest rate increases in June. And I also wonder if the Fed staff
His name is Jeffrey Cox.
Has in any way revised their forecast for a mild recession from the March minutes? And if so, what a recession, like what they're envisioning, would look and feel like when it comes to, for example, the unemployment rate?
Oh, so she's asking what's going to be a recession feel like?
So taking your question, of course, today our decision was to raise the federal funds rate by 25 basis points. A decision on a pause was not made today. You will have noticed that in the statement from March.
Yeah, exactly, man. This is
We had a
crazy.
sentence that said the committee anticipates that.
Yeah.
some of this-
Anyway, so the end of the story is that we all made money today. Obviously, in seconds. Obviously, like every session with Raja Banks, whenever Raja does, news streams, at the end of the day, we all make money. Like so we made money today. I thank you all for coming up to the stream and enjoying making money, understanding news events. I'm sure we all learned something.